What's up, WWE Champions Universe and Mob Control Universe? We'll get there in just a second here. But I just want to make a quick video. This is Lee from Champions Chat. And over the course of the last 8 years now, 7 to 8 years, holy cow, my one and only game that I have really played has been WWE Champions for mobile. It's this game right there. That one. And I love it. This is my favorite game. I'm an official content creator for this game, endorsed by Scopely and all those kind of things. I've been making content on it for several years now. Me and my buddy Rusty, who's currently taking kind of a hiatus to do some schoolwork, have been digging into this game and digging this game for years. If you look at it, if you don't play this game, it doesn't mean much to you. But if you do, I've got a 16.7 million roster, which is pretty sizable. 652 characters that I have in the game, which is crazy. And they're fun. Like right now it's zombie month. So like, for example, I've got the zombie version of L.A. Knight. Yeah. And the special gear that they did for him last year. See, this is the normal looking him. I don't know why it's kind of jipping around there, but whatever. And then this is like the special gear where he was apparently a fish person all of a sudden. He's a fish zombie now. Or we've got also near him Zombie CM Punk, who I also have his gear so that he's taking a bath with a rubber ducky, which I think is hilarious, right? So you got special events. You've got your zombies going right now. We have Ninja Turtle versions of characters. Like here's Leonardo. I've got Raphael right here below him. So on and so forth. And then there's also like legends like the Great Muta, like Hulk Hogan, like Dusty Rhodes. There's current legends like Roman Reigns in his OTC gear and things like that. There's just a massive, there's crossovers like Ozzy Osbourne, right? There's the Bark at the Moon cover version of Ozzy Osbourne, and there's the other one in here too. So you've got lots and lots and lots of fun in this game, but this game is a free to download, free to play, but they incentivize you to spend in 100 different ways sort of game. So what I wanted to do with this video is take a look at the only other game I've really played for much time at all in the last several years, which I just started playing a few weeks ago, called Mob Control. And I want to compare free to play but encouraged to spend games against each other, if for nothing else, so the Champions Universe can kind of see, like, is this game realistic in what it asks for spending, what you get for what you spend, and so on and so on. So, a couple different categories of spend in this game. There is just your outright pulls that you spend. Oh, look at that. How nice. Free gift, right? So in this game, 7 pulls, which would be like a loot box pull, essentially, 7 of them is roughly $20. You get other things, but that's pretty much what you're going to spend is about $7 or $20 for a 7 pull. You also get Zombie Gunther and Zombie Brock Lesnar free today, or you can upgrade them for about $7. This number is actually important. I'll talk to it in a minute in the other game. But this is a high level, 6 silver. But these are both old characters, and this one was given away for free last year. Or you've got 7 pulls plus a really decent character here in Zombie Showboat. Zombie Steamboat, Ricky Steamboat. So you're getting the character, which is really good. I paid about $100 for him last year. And a 7 pull, which you would normally spend $20 on, for $20. So there you go. And the big boys spend, if my game will continue to work for me here, is about $100. Typically gets you 40 pulls. And what you get in these pulls are chances at characters, for sure, but oftentimes shards, right? So like this month's or this weekend's new character is Braun Breaker's Zombie Bone Breaker. You get a featured, actually you usually get about 4 or 5. Yeah, 4 featured if you spend the $100 American. but mostly what you're going to get is shards, right? So it's 25 to 200, usually lands on the lower end, and you're going to get 4 of them. So let's say you get 100 shards, basically, of the character. Typically takes 2,000 shards to unlock them. You can also get them through playing. And then you've got just posters of other characters. They call them posters in this game, not cards. They look like cards, but they're posters. But you got other characters, like if you're a fan of the old school, you got guys like Demolition that just got added in. The newer ones like Kofi, Seth freaking Rollins, Jacob Fatu. Again, older guys. He's terrible in this game, unfortunately. So's he, actually. That zombie Roman Reigns. Rocker Shawn Michaels, the regular Braun Breaker, Andre the Giant, Aleister Black. You see just this wonderful variety. Was that Fish Boy? Yeah. LA Knight, zombie right there? Yeah. You get all these, but mostly what you get are from these lower tiers down here, which are shards of older characters that you can use to kind of fuse people up, and or some just older, lower tier characters. Most of what you get in the polls are that. When you get something good, awesome. When you get something good, then you get like the big, oh my gosh moments. But you can see this is kind of the bottom of it. Some decent shards here, but they're more than likely you're going to land on this guy who was free, this guy who's garbage and free, this guy who is free, this guy who was free, him $20 now. You can kind of see the odds, right? So that's what you've got the first way you spend. You've got your loot pulls. You also then have these other ways that are kind of like passes, basically. I'm on my CC account, which is, no, I'm not. I'm on my personal account, which is for me here. But you've got like these, well, actually, let me go to the characters. I'll show them to you real quick. You've got these passes which unlock a character plus like a tour for them. So for example, this character right here is essentially $3 a week to rent through your pass, or you can do like a monthly pass. I think it's like $20. Hooray for internet issues. There we go. And then there's another one that's like 20 something dollars, and then there's he's $7 a month. There's another one for $20 a month, and there's another one for $50 a month. But really, they just get you these certain tours that you get to go through each week, which are right here, the VIP tours, right? So that's Champions. If you're familiar with it, it's a great game. It's very fun. The average they say to spend to get a new character in Champions, if it is like one of their S tier or S plus tiers, can be about several hundred to up to about $2,000 to spend to get one. So that's a pretty big investment. But there's enough going on every single day with various modes. Like if you go into the events section here, like we've got the showdown. This I finished, but that was a huge thing this week. This was a big thing. This was a big thing. I haven't even touched this yet, and there's 81 nodes that I can do. There's the tour, the showdown, which I haven't touched yet. There's daily tours here. So there's a lot to do that's fun in this game. Now, let's go over to Mob Control. This I just recently started playing. It's not going to replace Champions for me. I like it, but it's not quite to that level. You can see I've been playing for about a week or two. I did the Loot Boxer Rumble. So Loot Boxer is the character basically that you're trying to get to in this event. The events last seems like about 2 weeks. I've only seen 2 events so far. And these are your packs. These are like your loot pulls right here. And I'll show you. It's going to go. So this is a 10 pack, and I got 2 of them. When I open them, you get shards. There's no characters like in Champions. You get shards of each one, and then once you unlock them, then you get to use them, but you use the shards, kind of like in Champions, to upgrade. This is where this game really differs, though. So these snippets, or get past things, are for when you lose a match, which you're going to do a lot. Oh, wow. Thank you. Cool. I don't know what all this is. Complete. Sure, I'll join it. Oh, and then like, look, you get another chance for $6. So 600,000 coins and 25 snippets. Those are I'm going to talk about more in a moment. Okay, let me just get out of this here. So I've been playing for 3 weeks maybe. I am currently in the Crazy Quebecas faction. I am not Canadian. That's just the way it fell here. And I am. Why can't I see this? Oh, because I'm clicking on my. I'm not clicking on the right thing. Well, anyway, if I can find it here in a second. Either way, I'm in like their elite league, which shows like 62 million players are in this league with me. But then I'm in like the top 10%, which is crazy because I just started playing it. But either way. So, kind of like Champions, you've got your characters. There's definitely not as many of them. You've got your cannons that shoot out your mob. You've got your champions, which are your big characters you have to build up to. And you've got your mobs, which are your little ones that you shoot out consistently. Then you've got like your ultimate, which is kind of a finisher or a bigger hit, and a tower for defense. So there's multiple different types you get. As you can see, like if I want to upgrade my chicken, I have to spend 20,000 coins, 30,000 coins, 34,000 coins. So you can see that 200,000 coins are offering for $6 doesn't do much. But I did glow up a chicken on this video, which I wasn't planning on doing. That's fun, right? And you can see you basically get your fire rate upgrades. You get a free booster pack if you watch a video. I'm going to talk about that in a second. And you can go into battles, right? So, of course, the battles are the fun thing that you do in here. But where Champions in this game differ. So, Champions does have things you can spend, but there's never any ads unless you go into like a deep menu, and it really doesn't give you a whole lot at all to watch them, to be honest. But they're there. This game, I had to pay $3 to turn off ads for a week, right? You can see it right here. You can do other ones that are, I think it's a month or something like that, and then maybe for longer than that. But basically, you're paying $10 to turn off the ads. Because if you don't, at the start and end of every single match, you watch a 30-second ad, which is tedious as you get going. Also, if you lose a match, it gives you the option to watch an ad to win it. If you make a wrong move, it gives you an option to watch an ad so you win it. So like everything is built around watching ads unless you spend. There's also VIP clubs. You can see on here, you get special access to the triple cannon, which is kind of like getting access to Rex Regum, or sorry, not Rex Regum, but the other Triple H. And then you kind of see monthly it's $6, lifetime one-time payment is $29.99. It always gets rid of ads, and you get free skip-its plus the triple cannon. Oh, but wait, there's also an elite club. No ads, lots more skip-its, plus multipliers that make you do better in the game. $17 a month or $120 lifetime. I'm not going to click that. That would be bad right there, right? So similar to Champions, you've got your VIP clubs. You've got things that you can spend money on each month. And honestly, if you don't, at least spend $2 a week or $6 a month to get rid of these things. The ads just overwhelm you. I'll get to that, Mikey. I like both of them, actually. So I'm going to show you a match, and I'm going to try to... oh, no, I'm sorry. So then Loot Boxer, right? So to get to Loot Boxer, who's your elite character, I had to spend $7 to get like the bonus multipliers to get towards him. And then I had to spend another $4 to get like card packs in order to unlock him in time. So Loot Boxer's special character, this would be like your, S tier, S plus tier character in Champions. Cost me about $10 to get him, plus a decent amount of play on my day off last week to get him, right? So versus Champions, a couple $100 for a character versus $10 to $20 for the character. Again, the biggest difference though is watching those ads. Like endlessly every single time you do something. I have mine, I think, turned off right now. If I don't, that would be even better. Look, and then right here, here's a reason your multiply is going away. Use a skip it or watch an ad. That's your watch ad video, right? So I'd watch an ad in order to keep my multiplier going, which I need if I want to beat people as I go into the game. If I want any of these bonuses right here, watch an ad, watch an ad, watch an ad, watch an ad. I can watch all of them, right? But I'd have to watch 30, 40, 50 seconds per video of ads. And then I go in and I can start playing. It's fun. But very quickly, before I even get to the bonus, you'll see, like, even with what I've got here, I'm going to get overwhelmed. There's Loot Boxer. He's fun. And if any of these make it cross the line, which they're going to, boom, I lost. How do you keep going? Well, my goodness, you watch an ad, don't you? Right? So I'm just going to quit for now. If you, ironically, watch the ad, somehow it's easier the next time when you go back in. So even with like a, decent build out on this game, if you don't watch ads, like, it purposely seems to make it drop in where you get hurt or you need to have the extra bonus thing. So you watch an ad, you watch an ad, you watch an ad, you watch an ad. Southside, I wouldn't say it's a PSA to avoid this game. I really like this game, actually. Like, I've actually enjoyed playing it quite a lot. You have the base building mechanics, as you can see right here. My base was... here's the league thing. I'm in the Immortal League now, which took me like 2 weeks to get, which is like the top league, which is crazy. Crazy Quebecas is my faction. And then these guys all lost to my base, which is right there. Hooray. I wouldn't say it's a PSA to avoid the game, but if you were going to play it, you either have to be very cognizant that you're okay watching ads, or you're going to have to spend. So here's where I wanted to get with this on the champion side of things. So this super character, I don't have enough shards to level him up, which should sound very familiar to champions people, right? I can level him up a little, but see, I can only get him to 13. You have to have him 25 to 30 to really fight well in the game. I can only get him to level 13. I'm going to have to buy packs, or I'm going to have to watch videos for packs, or I can play, but just like S tier, S plus tier characters, he drops super rare. So you're incentivized to get towards this character, right? It only cost me $20 or less to get the character, but even using him, I've got to do ads. So that versus champions, where at this point, if I don't want to spend, I could get away with not spending in the game and just take advantage of all the things. If I do want to spend, which I do, then I can get in and get all sorts of bonuses. But there's characters that I'm going to unlock for free each month. Like right now, it's your Sheamus zombie and your Bonebreaker zombie, and maybe even Penta zombie that you're going to get for free as you play through, or by playing, right? You can accelerate that by spending. But never, ever, ever in this do I ever have to watch an ad. So Champions asks for more money, but the number of ads and the time in between that you do with that for the two free-to-play style games is non-existent. Mob Control, which I really think is a fun game, by the way, asks you to watch ads for almost everything you do, or pay money to get rid of the ads. But even when you pay money to get rid of the ads, if you lose a match or want to use one of those bonuses on there, the way you get them is watching ads. So, like, just for me, it was a really good experiment to... Oh, no, you're good, Southside. Nothing bad there at all. Nothing bad there at all. But just for me, it was a really good experiment to go through to see what is a very popular, very similar... I didn't even mention... I can't see them on my own, but I have come across bad guys or enemies that I've fought that have Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream, or Bumblebee. So obviously they did a Transformers crossover at one point. You can't get them anymore, but that's very similar to like if you came over here to Champions and you were a new player, you wouldn't be able to get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters either. So, that's comparable, right? But it was a good experiment for me to say, like, okay, is it reasonable the way I'm playing and with the money I'm spending on Champions? If I were to be playing another popular game, what would that cost me? And the trade-off literally is time. You either watching ads or you're spending money. So you're either spending your money or you're playing and using it to do something that makes them money in the midst. I will say, without turning off the ad, without paying to turn off the ads on Mob Control, I was getting like, oh my gosh, like 30 seconds to a minute of play for 30 seconds of ads. 30 seconds of play, 30 seconds of ads. Champions, I haven't thought about an ad in years. Like I used to watch them every once in a while just to get some in-game cash, but again, you get like 3 in-game cash. It's not world-changing at all. Not even really good at all. So, yeah, so that's kind of a comparison for me. I think now that I've done this little experiment, I think Champions is still aggressive on some of its pricing for sure. Don't get me wrong, but I don't feel as they have to make money one way or another to keep a game going, right? And I would much rather they use the model that they use for Scopely with Champions than have to either pay monthly for or watch ads. Like imagine you're about to do your finisher and the opponent uses a reversal, right? So like you had to buff your move damage or your gem damage with your finisher, and all of a sudden your opponent interrupts and they're going to take your turn. But imagine in that exact moment, all of a sudden a little pop-up showed up that was like, you can avoid getting reversed by watching 2 ads from our partners. And you click a button and you're sitting there in feud watching a minute worth of ads so that you don't get reversed. Like that is the difference of the way it would play if it were more on the Mob Control side of things. So all this reinforced to me is Champions is still my favorite game on any platform at any time. This is my favorite game of all time, and I love playing it. It's good to see what others are doing, though, just to know that the grass isn't always greener. I once heard somebody say, I'll end with this, I once heard something say something very profound. The grass may be greener on the other side, but keep in mind, what makes the grass green is a whole lot of watering and a whole lot of manure. So in other words, if you want your grass to be green, it's going to take a lot of work and you're going to have to go through a lot of crap to get there. Just something to keep in mind. So this is Champions versus Mob Control, both great games. But for me, Champions is still my favorite of all time. Just some thoughts. That's it for this video. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you guys. Like, share, subscribe. And I already said it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.